All right. Good evening, traders. How we are doing? I hope you're fine. And then I want to welcome everyone to this pre-market analysis again. Okay, tonight's one is going to be different. It's going to be interesting, and then we are going to be looking out for things that could potentially mean a whole lot for you, and how you could make money off the market trading this week. Okay, so very first thing we need to go into is immediately just going ahead to our charts. I'm currently on a trade. So currently on this buy on BTC USD, I've been holding since early this afternoon. It's been a lot. I'm just expecting the momentum to come in upon market open, but I'm still strong on my buyers on this particular trade. Once I see price go below the 109,800, I might automatically close my trade. But my take profit potentially is seeing price come as far as $111,000 before the close of tomorrow potentially. If this happen, fine. I'm already giving you a free signal like that. We're going immediately. We're going straight into business, and there's no time. Okay, there's no time. So now, going forward, let's look out for other pairs. Let's just ignore this. Whatever it wants to be issued. So good, XAU USD. Let's look out for XAU USD. What do we expect on XAU USD this new week? And then very interesting thing is we just need to still go back to our daily time frame. We saw that the last that was Friday, we closed at this with this particular candle here. A very show of little momentum, but still significant one. So we need to just have those highs and lows marked. So with this now, we need to just mark our high and low on XAU USD of the day first. Then we can go ahead and mark for the week. So this is Friday, this is Thursday, this is Wednesday, this is Tuesday, and this is Monday. So we need the high here of Monday, and then we need the low of Tuesday as our lowest point, because that's the lowest point price got to last week. Okay, so with this now we can proceed and then look out for what we what we potentially can see or what we expect the market to do. So let's go ahead and mark our equilibrium for the week. So this here serves as our equilibrium. So currently we see gold trading above the previous week equilibrium. And then for this the previous day equilibrium. So let's go ahead and add these things to the charts. Previous day equilibrium, previous week equilibrium. Previous day low, previous week low, previous day high, we can have this then as our previous week high. Okay. So with this now, we can just go to the lower time frame and look out for what potentially the market has done. Um, in a sense, we've seen that price is automatically creating higher highs and higher lows, and then in a sense, we could still see price to still push it upside. But we need to pay attention to what is currently happening here. We can't see that price, in a sense, have taken out any significant low. The only time I would be considering to be bearish on gold is when price take out this particular low. But if this particular low is maintained, it automatically means that we can still see more buying opportunity. I hope that makes sense. It means that we can still see more buying buying opportunity. So you need to be very, very attentive to this one. Okay, you need to be very, very attentive to this one. Now, in a sense, we want to be able to pay attention to what is currently happening, and then in the sense that what's currently happening, like what do you mean? We have a bullish candle and then two candles or three candles that are showing indecision. Okay, so automatically I'm not going to see so much of a buyer's momentum yet, but for me to be able to trade this week, I need to see gold at least, at least take out this particular, you know this particular high here, and then start trading above the previous day high. Once we can see gold trading above the previous day high, it means that what we can now continue buying gold. I hope this makes sense. So I want to see gold trading within this region before I can continue to do what, to look for buying opportunities on gold. But if we break this low, it automatically means that what we are automatically going to look out for a sell. Okay, so we have two directional buyers right now. We have price pushing to the upside, breaking above this point, coming back again, and then shooting to the upside for the week. Then, or we could have price, come down all the way to this point, take out this low, create a new lower high, and then we go all the way down again. Now, these are two tendencies. These are things that could happen, but these are based on speculation. You have to know that it is based on speculation. So for that reason, now we can potentially say that we have all this intact, all this in, all this in search. Like we just have to just look out for all this and see how we can get and make a decision from the market. So that's for gold. I'm nothing much interested on gold yet, but let's look at GBP USD as well. Um, Over the past week, we've seen how GBP USD have shown significant push to the downside, and I have picked a particular, concern towards GBP USD. I might be trading it a lot this coming week. So, what we've seen so far is price, selling off. You can see on the daily time frame, we've been creating lower highs and lower lows. So, which automatically means that we can potentially keep seeing some sales in its in the whole move. So we just want to consider the weekly highs and the weekly lows. Okay, so this is Monday. Yeah? Automatically, we have this point as our weekly high. Yeah? And then automatically, we have this point as our weekly low. Okay, so with that, now our weekly low is also our Friday low, and that way we can, have some interesting move to, to the whole thing. So this year is the Friday high, and then we want to measure the equilibrium for the week. So we measure the equilibrium like this. We put this here like this. Then we can measure the equilibrium for the day. And then we have this like this. Okay, so with this now, we can expect a push to the we can expect a push. In as much as this might give us more push to the upside, I would want to pay attention to this particular, the equilibrium of the week. I would love to see some push around this point to the downside again. Okay, there's a daily fair value gap there. But let's go to the 1 hour and then look out for things carefully there. Okay. Okay, good. So right there we have a particular order block that is sitting right there. So this point here will be my PO high for this particular week on GBP USD for more shorts actually. I would love to see price come all the way to this point here and then give me some nice rejection candle, and then I'm gonna go short on GBP USD already. So right now I have my first trade short on GBP USD. You could use your buy limit to set this trade if you want. I'm going to take it down to the previous day high or the previous day equilibrium or the weekly low, okay, and the previous day low. So let's put it at the previous week low and the previous day low. So this way now we have our take profit, and then stop loss shouldn't be that much. I just want to look out for a point where we can have protected stop loss, okay. So now, since we have this particular sell on GBP USD, all you just have to just do is go ahead and input the figures. Oh my God, sorry. This is a sell limit on GBP USD. Entry price is 1.32272. SL is 1.32706. Then final take profit is 1.30979. So if this can happen for us on what's it called, GBP USD, this is a trade I made this on the 1 hour. Okay, so you should know that what that means is it's a lot of movement that could happen right there. So if we use the 15 minutes, okay, our stop loss is still fine for the 3 pips, and then I mean that's okay. That's okay. So if we could just see all the liquidity within this region taken out, if price could sweep out the liquidity within this region, which it has started, that's something that I would love to see. And then once it could take everything fully, then we could see price, trade around this region, and then we could see the short. So how about we edit our entry point into this particular equilibrium? Let's keep our entry point at that point. So I'm going to change the entry point price to 1.32336. Okay, I'm going to put that entry point at there. So right now we have a trade on GBP USD. So let's proceed to the next currency pair, which is Euro USD. Euro USD to have showed significant push to the downside, and then you want to know that you want to follow the trend, okay? You want to follow the trend. On the 4 hours, what do we have? Overall bearish trend. On the daily too, we have overall bearish trend. So I want to mark my weekly high and weekly low on the daily time frame. So with this now, we know that Monday started here. So automatically this year is the highest point for the week. And then since Monday's closed here, no, Thursday closed here, being the lowest point of the week. Okay, so I think the market just opened right now. Okay, yes, the market just opened right now. So that's Friday low as well. And then this here is the Friday high as well. So with this now, we can potentially go to the 4 hour time frame. If we are to mark our weekly equilibrium, We could just take this as well as our weekly equilibrium. Okay. So if we have this as our previous week equilibrium, let's go ahead and mark our previous day equilibrium. Okay. So with this now, we have a particular break of structure or change of character to this point here. Yeah, so we have a very, very significant point of interest here. So I want to see Euro USD buy back to this point, and then I'm going to short again on Euro USD from that region. This might just be the only trade you need for the week. I'm not going to lie to you. This might just be the only trade you need for the week, and you're done. You could target the weekly and the daily low like this. So we have Euro USD already, and then let's go ahead and type out the parameters. Sell limit 1.15728. That's our entry price. SL 1.15879. Take profit 1.15221. And that's it, guys. So let's watch how this will happen. If this don't happen, then we might as well not take any trade if this don't happen. Giving out two trades already. Let's look out for US 30 right now. So I have my analysis on US 30 already marked up. So I need to see something like this, exactly something like this. Once I'm able to see something like this done, then I'm going to be taking my buy all the way from this region. But for me to be sure that this long will happen, I need to see this consolidation first. If I don't see the consolidation, then I'm not taking a trade, okay? If I don't see the consolidation, then I'm not taking this trade. But this is my trade for US 30. For BTC USD, we are still running about our entry point. So whatever happens, happens. Can't necessarily control the markets. So we just have to just keep trying, man. We have to keep trying. So let me know if you have any pair you want me to actually analyze right now. So I quickly go to it. Just go to the private chat. I don't want to waste so much time. Just go to the comment section. XAUSD is going to sell now. Okay. Is there any reason why you think XAUSD is going to sell? I haven't developed any bias on XAUSD yet. I am in between, either a buy or a sell. I just want to watch what's going to happen. That's just it. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. XAUSD is very volatile, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I advise you wait though. I advise you wait. Let it show itself first, then you respond based on what it shows itself. Okay. Thank you very much, Tony Basiso. Yeah. All right. Any other pair you want me to analyze, guys? Any other pair? Any other pair? So for the crypto guys, of course, I'm still very much bullish on BTC, Ethereum, all of them. I'm very much bullish on all of them. I'm expecting a move to happen tonight. I'm expecting a significant move to happen tonight. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm positioned already for it. So let's do USD Let's do USD Okay. So USD has been on the sprint to the upside, buying and buying and buying, as you can see clearly. So I don't need to really even go to a daily time frame or previously at all. You can do that yourself. But based on what I'm seeing here, I still see the continuations to the upside. Okay, I still see the continuation to the upside. And then my major point of interest still would be price taking out the liquidity within this region. If we could see price take out this liquidity within this region, and then we could possibly buy from this point of from this other block here. So you could easily buy from this other block here. I'm going to look out for buys here. There's a fair value gap here. There's a fair value gap here. There's a fair value gap there. So let's see how this will play out. I feel this is a very good setup, and it shouldn't fail, possibly. Let's see. Let's do the weekly analysis. Okay, so Monday, the lowest point we had was this point. The highest point we had was this point here. So with that now, let's mark out our equilibrium for the week. Okay, so since price is trading above the equilibrium, that buy could be solid. That buy could be solid. And let's see, is that entry point a possible rejection point? Yeah, so we have a possible rejection point right here. But I'm going to delete that right now. Let's see if that other block could work. Let's do the daily candle. Okay, good. So if this low of Friday can hold, then we could see a very, very good push. A very, very good push. If this low on Friday can hold, that means if price tap into it and then give us a candlestick confirmation that tells us that price is about to buy, then we can just automatically look out for a buy back to this point. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and mark my. I'm going to set an alert around this point so that the market notify me on all my devices when price gets to that point. Okay. So do you guys have any other currency you want me to go through? Any other currency? Okay, guys, if there is no other currency you want me to go to, well, thank you very much for joining. And then I am really glad. Oh, GBP USD, I already went about with GBP USD. I'll send the analysis. I already called a trade on it as well. So we're expecting a sell from a region, but we don't know how possible price to get there. But we expect that price will get there, and then if that happens, fine. Okay. So thank you guys very much, and then this brings us to the end of this stream. Peace.